Hello, people. Debonair here, and welcome back to the final part of my look at custom-made classes series, where we are going to be doing the last class, which is the construct. And let's play. Wonder if they made the construct before the defect was released. So the defect basically is a construct, and all the other custom classes have been unique. That is a very strong possibility, probability even. I played The Witch a couple more times last night, and a little bit this morning as well. And didn't have as much luck with her as I did on the videos. I had a pretty cool deck going with a Decrepit build. I had the X-Cost Decrepit, and I had a Rat Familiar, which gives the enemy 2 poison and 2 Decrepit. But then I got shut down by the champ. It just wasn't fast enough for him. He outbuffed my ability to defend. And then I put together a really neat one on my second try that I basically had no defense in the deck. Actual defend cards, like no skills at all. But I had like 3 of those strength draining attacks, and a couple of attacks that were deal 6 twice and gain 6 block, and then I also had the Oriental Fan Relic, so every time I played 3 attacks in a turn, I gained 4 block. So even though I had absolutely no defenses in my deck by the 3rd floor, I could gain about 20 block a turn while seriously attacking. And of course, the strength draining strikes just pretty much completely defend you for a turn. Until I ran into the battle with 2 Spikers and the Guardian Sphere. So my strength draining attack don't work unless they deal unblocked damage, and I could not put any defense up before attacking the Spikers. So I died in that battle. I was so steamed. I'd like not taken very little or if any damage in any battle up to that point. In that one, I just lost all my health in that one. It's because I had no defense to put up before attacking the Spikers. And my strength draining strike didn't work on the Guardian Sphere. But I did see the other 2 rights. The Right of Autumn lets you... It's a 1-cost right that lets you choose any number of cards in your hand and exhaust them and draw that many cards to replace them, so it's really, really nice. And the Right of Winter, I originally thought was majorly awesome, but it ended up screwing me. It's another 1-cost right that you can select any number of cards in your hand and put them on top of your library and gain 5 block for each. I didn't realize at first that it put them on top of your library, so if you put 5 cards from your hand on top, those are the 5 you're going to draw next turn. And if the Right of Winter is your only block card in that hand, you're not going to have any defense in the next hand. So, yeah. Any case, construct. Ancient machinery given new purpose by Niao reconfigures itself to adapt to any situation. Cogwheel, gain an artifact at the start of each combat. Okay, fair enough for a construct. 85 health, 99 gold. It's like a combination of several of the construct enemies in the game. I like it. And message the boss. Our boss is going to be Hexaghost. So I definitely want to lose some HP throughout. There's no elites near the end fight. I mean, I guess I could lose hit points on a normal enemy. This one would be a pretty safe one to do so if I came up that way. Also hit a late store, that's nice. Vent there, another fire, forced elite, that might be okay. Don't really like an elite that early, but other than that, that's a great path. So I think we'll try it. I get 3 cards beforehand, 2 events, which might be a store. Oh, I didn't look at my deck, did I? Okay, well, big deck, 12-card deck. We got 5 strikes, 5 defense, and an attack mode and a defense mode. Okay. Retain, so use it when needed. Gain 2 strength, lose 2 dexterity. Gain 2 dexterity, lose 2 strength. Huh. Okay. I guess that's kind of meh. Oh, cycle. I didn't even notice that this basic strikes and defense are special. When drawn, discard this and draw a new card. Only works once. Cycle if dexterity is less than 0, gain 5 blood. Cycle if strength is less than 0, deal 6 damage. Oh! Interesting! So if you go into attack mode, you have negative dexterity, and anytime you draw the basic defense, you'll discard them and draw a new card. But if you go into defense mode, you'll have negative strength, so anytime you draw a basic strike, you'll discard it and draw a new card. That's really interesting! Ooh, this class might be really interesting to play. So right now, we want defense mode, which we actually have, which is nice. Oh, the starting artifact! Uh-oh. The starting artifact relic, even though it makes sense for a construct to have that, actually screws up the entire concept of the class. Because I gained the dexterity, but I didn't lose the 2 strengths, so I'm not going to be discarding the strikes. It screws up the entire concept of the class. That's a major overlook there. I think this class would do a lot better by changing out the starting relic for a boss relic, as it stands right now. Go into attack mode, lose the defense, gain the strength. Okay. 8 and 8, 16, that's 21, that's be enough. And so we don't have the negative dex, so we'll still be drawing the defense cards as well. I guess if you went into attack mode a second time, you can make it start working. But then you'd have to go into defense mode 3 times. So yeah, this starting relic, having a additional artifact, just screws up the entire concept of the class. Cycle of strength less than 1, yeah. Deal Deal 0 damage to a random enemy 4 times. So yeah, only useful in attack mode when you have a strength buff. When you gain strength or dexterity, deal 3 damage to a random enemy, it loses 1 strength this turn. So when you switch modes, it deals a little bit of damage and sap their strength. Interesting. Deal 16 damage and take 5 damage. Wow, since my goal is to lose some LHP for the boss, I think I'll go with Backfire. And it doesn't cycle, so it's not being screwed up by the artifact. And it's a really strong attack at that. I'll go attack mode. Yeah, it retains the defense mode. Wonder what they upgrade to. Probably 3 and 3. There's Backfire. Bam. Defend once. And 8 times 3, 24. You're done. Focus Beam, deal 9 damage, put this on top of your draw pile. So you can do that every turn. Laser Core, cycle. When cycled, all enemies take 2 damage. Oh, it just auto-cycles? So deal 2 damage to everything and you draw a new card? Well, there's literally no reason not to take that. Vent Steam. Exhaust 1 card, apply 1 weak and vulnerable. I like exhausting. I guess you guys know that by now. It's weak and vulnerable. So go to 2, probably. Yes. I like the idea of the laser core, and like I said, there's no reason at all not to take it. So it just draws it, deal 2 damage to all. Well, that could hurt you against the spot. Or no, that's a skill, not an attack, so it's okay. So yeah, deal 2 damage to all and draw a new card. What do you upgrade to? Oh, put a laser core into your... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So it copies itself when upgraded. Oh, wow. As much as I like to have exhaust, that is so cool. I'm taking it. That might be a little too cool. That might be overpowered. We'll see how it goes. Because if you get something else to exhaust and exhaust all your other cards, you'd just be, like, 1 turn infinite draw laser cores. Say I just drew it. Oh right, it ain't upgraded yet. Gotta upgrade it first. Alright, no attack mode or defense mode, so just gain some block and backfire. Oh, the block actually blocks the backfire. It's not lose health, it's deal damage to yourself. Okay. There's my attack and defense mode. 6, 12, I kill all 3 of them if I go into attack mode. Oh, now I got the negative dex. Oh, because my artifact was negated for the weaken. So I guess if you're up against an enemy that inflicts a status effect, I guess really good for the Chosen. Still, like, needs to be rewritten like this, like, Like, just name it something else, not gain an artifact. It needs to be gain something that negates anything other than a strength or dex decrease. So that it doesn't hurt the concept of the class itself. But still provides its proper protection against things like vulnerability or hex. Boost, deal 2 damage, gain 2 block for 0. Quick attack. Wow, this class has a lot of 0-cost cards. 3 damage, gain 2 dexterity until the end of your turn. 5 damage, then play a random attack from your draw pile on the same target. Ooh, that could be really interesting if you have a lot of high-cost attacks. You upgrade to 2 random attacks. Interesting. That's why it's a 2-coster. Though I think it probably should gain 2 costs on the upgrade rather than always be 2. Especially early on, it's like deal 5 damage and it plays a basic strike for another 6. 11 damage for 2 costs. That's not good value. Or even if you had other cards like these, like this actually an attack boost is. 4 damage, 4 block, so it's a 0-cost mini Iron Wave. Which is pretty nice. But I think with this laser core build that I'm probably going to try to go for, I'm going to want cards that draw. So let's skip those. Not bloat the deck with stuff that doesn't do what I want it to. Upgrade? Absolutely. Now it can duplicate itself. Just in time for the elite. Zoink. Yep, 2 laser cores. Oh! It puts a non-upgraded one. Okay. Put a laser core, not a laser core plus. So it won't fill up quite as fast as I thought, but still pretty neat. If I could get a second one, that would do quite nicely. Obviously we're going to go defense mode to get a little bit more block out of this. If this thing was actually working right, I'd have done the strikes before changing to defense mode. Fire. Both modes. Okay. An artifact. I've already got one. Critical hit. Cycle unless an enemy is weak or vulnerable. Deal 14 damage. I don't have any way right now of making an enemy weak or vulnerable. But that would just mean it would cycle and give me another card, so it's not a bad pickup even before you have the thing to use it. For Versatility. If the target intends to attack, gain 7 block. Otherwise, deal 7 damage. Nice. I like... I was gonna say I like versatility, but that's the name of the card! Over a clock. At the start of your turn, draw 2 cards and add a burn to your hand. There's the drawing I want, but the burns would kind of screw it up, unless he has something to burn out burns. Burn out burns, yeah. I think I'll take the critical hit. Like I said, it's not a detriment right now, because it'll just cycle. And, well, it's never a detriment, because it just cycles itself. And if the enemy is weak or vulnerable, then it can be cast for a lot of damage. I like it. Okay, elite. I'm kind of a tri-version of these things. Well, we're definitely not gonna perfect it, because we only drew 1 defense. I guess we'll go into attack mode and just focus on wiping one quickly. Wow. Quickly being almost a 1-turn kill. If I upgrade Backfire, I probably should upgrade Backfire. It's a really strong card for me. When I don't mind taking the damage. Ah, the laser core finished it. Nice. Now we can defend a little bit. I'm still gonna mostly focus on attacking, because I don't mind losing the health. I want to lose a good bit of health before Hexaghost. And the quicker I take him out, the less damage I'll take overall, since I get to the point where I get handfuls of... Why didn't you cycle? They're not weak or vulnerable. What? Thinking that card might not be working as intended. Or the artifact is throwing it off somehow? 2 laser cores, nice. And too many daisies. Not so nice. Laser core will finish him. Or an attack next turn. Scrap cannon, deal 9 damage and exhaust a card. I think that's exactly what I want. Gain 4 blur, gain 2 vulnerable. Your block is carried over. Okay. Yeah, definitely want the exhaust. Move merchant. Let's go ahead and, well, let's look at the cards first. Another scrap cannon, shield burst, lose all your block, deal twice that much damage to all enemies. Backup, choose a non-rare card from your hand, add 2 copies on top of your draw pile. Sadly, there's no way to actually duplicate the laser core since it will never stay in your hand. Unless there's a way to bring it back from the graveyard to your hand. Discard pile. Discard pile. Analyze. Next turn, gain an energy and draw another card. That's nice. When a card cycles, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So, yeah, it doesn't work as well since artifact messes the class up. Alright, let's get the removal. What I want. Let's see. Got the scrap cannon. And the critical hit. If we can get something to make things vulnerable. I want analyze. Upgrade. Draw 2 more cards and gain an energy. That will help with my laser core build. But I might want to just take backup. It's not extremely useful right now. So I could have duplicate my modes. And the scrap cannon, so I can burn out cards faster. Yeah, let's go with backup. I might get a card later on that I really, really want to duplicate. Or I might get a card that'll let me pull the laser core out of the graveyard and duplicate it. Discard pile. So I wanted to upgrade Backfire. 19 and 4 damage. So that'd be 21 in attack mode. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Although I probably should upgrade my modes too, since I imagine they go to 3. Or maybe 4. But I think 4 might be a bit much. Ooh, a lantern! Like that. Great defenses. Just have the basic defenses. Can defense mode to bring them up to 7. But still, the Lagalorth, the Ocarina monster, whatever, could deal me more damage than I really want to take. Okay. That'll help me lose some hit points. And set me up for this store. I was gonna go through the fight, but since I got that money, we'll go to the store. Unbalancing Blast. Deal 10 damage, swap your draw pile and discard pile. Ooh, that works really good with the cores. Ooh, another core. Gain 1 strength till the end of this turn. Gain 1 strength till the end of this turn, and put a force core into your discard pile. So the upgraded ones produce non-upgraded ones. But the core that I have, the laser core, is a skill, so it wouldn't be affected by the strength from the force core. So just a straight core build doesn't really work together. It's like choose a core for the build that you're trying to go with. Deal 8 damage, gain 2 strength, lose 2 dexterity. Thinking this, though... Well, I wouldn't be able to afford it after removing it. And I think removing is a bit more important. Still get shift strike. Another chance for analyze. Got 50 gold left. Not gonna be hitting any more events. So artifact potion isn't really helpful. Let's get the block potion for Hexaghost's attack, in case I don't get enough defenses. Upgrade the scrap cannon, 12 damage, nice. What's the backup? Retain! Oh yeah, keep it until I need it, until I want it. Okay, thief. Okay. Attack mode. Strike, defend. Alright, I had extra energy, but I didn't need to defend a third time. Oh, that was the cores. Did it hit him? I didn't notice it hit him, but I guess it probably did. Scrap cannon. Backfire strike. Mode shift. Swap your strength and dexterity and draw a card. Cost 0. So, yeah. This is really messing up the entire concept of the class. Fierce Bash. Damage hits twice if the enemy doesn't intend to attack or defend. So, only if they're buffing or debuffing. When a card cycles, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. 2 damage, 2 damage, yeah. I mean, this upgrading to 0. Alright, so I want to take about 11 more damage in this battle. There's 4 of it. Oh, that was the critical hit. So that time it cycled right. So yeah, it was just the artifact that threw it off somehow. Not sure how the artifact managed to throw it off, but it did. 3 cards retained. That actually helps me cycle the deck faster, too. Because it still draws the 5 cards. Why didn't you cycle? Cycle doesn't seem to be working all the time. Okay, 9 is too much. I mean, with the cycle not working, I actually can use backup on it. Is 9 too much? It'd take me to 22. Yeah, well... I think that's a little too much. So what happens if I play it? So playing it... Playing it counts as cycling it. I don't think this is working at all like it's supposed to work. Sometimes it cycles properly, and sometimes it don't. Okay, another 9, so taking another 4 would be about perfect. When it works right, it's pretty cool. But something is causing it to not work quite right. Power up. Deal 5 damage. All of your strikes and defense gain 2 power for this combat. And it doesn't exhaust. Ooh. So this would actually allow you to play with just the basic cards. Power up plus your basic deck would be viable. And if it was working right, would be pretty interesting. I have to play this class again and do the swap starting relic, maybe even on camera. See how how it works when it's actually working as it's supposed to. Alright, 23 hit points should be good for Hexaghost. It's a tiny bit less than you normally want, but maybe if I upgrade defense mode, yeah, that'll take care of it. Now back up. I could actually duplicate defense mode and just get a lot of dexterity. That would make my deck start cycling the strikes. If I did that, have a lot of dexterity, be relying on the cores. Scrap cannon, backfire. can't use backfire too many times. Because I am at really low health. That's too much negative strength. Cannons and the attack. Well, the attacks would be discarded, so I'd only get blocks. That should allow me to kill it. Just blocks and laser cores. Something that makes the cores more powerful. It's 2 damage would take a lot of cycles to kill that thing. Oh, look at this. I have absolutely no defenses. I have defense modes. Well, that's why I bought the block potion. Just for that very instance. So now I got negative strength, so I will... Actually, I should have scrapped cannon first. I'm actually not going to use backfire at all. I could actually do that. Yeah. So that leaves me at negative strength still. So I'll cycle all the attacks except for the exhaust one, which will let me exhaust burns. Laser cores will do my damages. I'll definitely be able to defend myself. Grab cannon. Out of there, burn. It doesn't... Cycle doesn't always work 100% correct, but... It is working like I intended it to work this battle. It's one of those. Why did I get a strike? I should definitely not get strike. Yeah, the cycle isn't quite working right, but it is pretty cool. Let's go up in the decks a bit. Actually, I need to go fully up. 15, 30, yeah. And it actually kept critical hit for some weird reason. Upgraded burns. Cannon by burn. 13 block. Oops, I didn't get any scrap cannons. Maybe I should actually back up my scrap cannon. That might be a good idea. And I throw the poison on you to help kill you a little faster. Back up my scrap cannon next time I get it. I can't keep up with the burns. And I need to keep up with the burns. Back up, scrap cannon. No defense! I should have backed up the scrap cannon earlier. It's an interesting concept, but the cycle doesn't seem to work 100% all the time. There's a glitch in it somewhere. Well, darn. Let's definitely play again. That was a too short run anyway. Where are we at? Well, 49 minutes. I guess I'll do a new video for a full run of the construct. So, thank you for joining me for this little exploratory thing, and the next one will have the construct working mostly properly, hopefully. It does seem to be some type of glitch in the cycle mechanic, but good luck with the Spire.